Bitcoin is pulling the exact same setup as we have seen before in 2025, and after that, Bitcoin pumped massively towards the upside. We are still ranging between two very important zones for Bitcoin, but this could be very boring till the end of the year, but these are the setups I am taking on Bitcoin. The USDT dominance is ready to dump towards new lows if we must believe the RSI and this resistance zone. Many more to discuss in this video, but first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something in crypto throughout the day ever again. And of course, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video if you love those updates, and let's dive right away into the chart for now. Because what we can see on this chart is a really important thing. We can see the same setup forming on Bitcoin once again. We have seen it in January 2025 and in December 2024, which is pretty important to see. What we are seeing right here is we put a high in. That is exactly what we have been doing at the top right over here. We set a new high, then the other high was rejecting from the first high we set. That is exactly what we have been seeing right over here once again. This is a really bad thing, because if you put in a new high, a new all-time high, you always need to gain it. If you reject it, it is a really bad sign. That means that you put a all-time high, but price isn't strong enough to break that high for a second time. That means that sell orders are more in control than buy orders, which will cause for a major move towards the downside. That is what we have been seeing 2 times here with the top. Then what we saw is we made two highs. We rejected high. Then we went consolidating. We had a very important zone. To support at. But at point 3, that was the start of the impulse for the move towards a new low. That is exactly what we have been seeing here in February, March 2025, and what we have been seeing right here in October 2025. That was sign number 3, and that was when the price really dropped towards the downside. That is a drop-off point, so a start of the impulse towards a new low. Please keep in mind that it's a really important level. That is a level that we have been seeing getting rejected price once again here, and if we pump towards the upside on Bitcoin, that is also a level Bitcoin could reject from. But when we set point 3 and price dropped toward new lows, what we have been seeing here in March and April 2025 is that Bitcoin put in a double bottom, and after that double bottom, Bitcoin surged towards the upside exponentially. And right now what we saw is Bitcoin printing point 3. Price dumped towards the downside, but Bitcoin set a double bottom exactly at the bottom of this market, and that was the exact bottom from April towards March till April, when Bitcoin pumped towards the upside afterwards. So this is a really important thing. If we look at this fractal, which we have been seeing from December 2024 till April 2025, we are seeing the exact same moves happening, the exact same liquidity sweeps, the exact double bottoms once again. And this could lead for a relief rally for Bitcoin towards point 3 immediately, and that will cause for a Bitcoin price of approximately $107,000, which is massive, of course. Then I've been discussing this in all the other videos. If we get a relief rally back towards the 107k, I'm taking my profits over on crypto. And I think we will see the next leg towards the upside. But the only thing I'm looking for right now is just a relief rally towards point 3, which is really possible. I really think that that is inventable in January, February, and maybe after that we will start moving further towards the downside. But the relief rally is here to come, I believe. Then a really boring market. If we look at these price levels here, for trades on the lower time frames, we can see that Bitcoin isn't doing anything. We are getting supported by the lower side. We are getting rejected by the top side. For now, no trades available here. If we drop towards the first green zone, we can look at some price action, but we have been tapping this zone for 3 times in a row. Every single time we are tapping this zone, it is getting weaker and weaker. Exactly the same with the resistance here. We've been tapping it 3 times, it is getting weaker and weaker. But Bitcoin isn't choosing any directions for now, and that is really difficult to trade on. And I really want to get a clear direction on Bitcoin before I am opening up any trades. So for now, if we pump towards the upside, we maintain to gain this resistance level, flip it back into support. That is a point I want to be opening up positions in Bitcoin. Long, of course. Then, if we drop towards the downside, towards the $83,000 here, I'm also interested in buying longs. But if we manage to break this $85,000 level, I am opening up a short position towards the $82,000. So these are my plans over on Bitcoin. And if you want to get updated about the market, if we get any setups, any triggers in the market, I will keep you posted over on my X page. So please make sure to follow me over there. And of course, subscribe over on my YouTube channel. And you can join my free Telegram link here in the first link in the description. And if you follow me over on those socials, you will never miss a setup in crypto ever again. And a really exciting thing, if you follow my setups, you can sign up on WeX through the second link in the description. And if you do so, if we head towards 500 subscribers, WeX will give away 1000 USDT trading bonus to one of you. The only thing you need to do is subscribe over on my YouTube channel to get to the 500 subscribers and sign up on WeX through the link in the description, and you will enter the giveaway. And if you trade with 1000 USDT with my setups, you could easily make $3,000 to $5,000 from it. So it is really recommended. Then if we look at the USDT dominance, we can see that we have been rejecting from off this resistance zone for 4 times in a row right here. And right now we are at that same resistance zone once again. What we can see every single time we saw a major move from of the USDT dominance towards the downside, the RSI was overbought. Right here, the RSI was overbought, USDT dumped towards the downside. Right here, RSI overbought, head into resistance, and USDT dumped towards the downside. And this is a chart you really want to look out for a crash, because if the USDT dominance crash towards support, that means that all the money is flowing into crypto, into Bitcoin, and all the other altcoins. And that is exactly what we want to be seeing here for the next leg for crypto. So for now, if you look at the USDT dominance, it is really clear to say that we are heading in resistance and the RSI is overbought. And if we look at the history of Bitcoin, this was the exact moment to scale in your money back into Bitcoin. Every single time you scaled in Bitcoin at this resistance zone, that was when Bitcoin went vertical. USDT dominance is a really important chart in the market, so please keep that in mind. And the USDT dominance is screaming right now to put your money back in crypto and Bitcoin, which is a really important thing. Then, if you look at some on-chain data, we can see that the US investors are aggressively selling their Bitcoin. If we look at the Coinbase premium gap, we can see that we dropped towards the minus $57 level. And this is not a really good sign. This is a sign that people are selling their Bitcoin on the short time frame, and that is something you really want to keep in mind. This is short-term stress, not long-term. So for now, of course, we are seeing a dump of Bitcoin. But if we look at the weekly time frame, at the daily time frame, at these charts, at the USDT dominance, we can see that people are selling their Bitcoin here, because the USDT dominance went up exponentially and Bitcoin went towards the downside pretty heavily. So that is not a real fact here. But the only thing we need to see here is to scout the next move from the next month. And if you look at the USDT dominance and if we look at this Bitcoin chart, the relief rally is here to make. So of course we are seeing a lower time frame dump here on the Coinbase premiums. But if we look at the longer time frame, that is something we already knew, that people are selling their Bitcoin. But this is the real fact that we will see a relief rally towards the upside for Bitcoin. And that was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X, subscribe over on my YouTube channel, and I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.